Welcome to West Kentucky Community and Technical College's Cooking at the College. I'm your host, Chef Brett McCarthy, and I want to cook with you. Welcome to West Kentucky Community and Technical College's Cooking at the College. I'm your host, Chef Brett McCarthy, and we're going to be talking about flambeing today. I know sometimes that's a little bit of a mystery, and I figured with the holidays coming up, we could do something that would be really nice, and so we're going to do three different things. One is an absolute classic, and many of you probably have had this already, is Bananas Foster. We're also going to do a flaming strawberry shortcake, and we're also going to do a flaming fondue. So these are a couple of different things you can do. And even if you don't like alcohol or don't drink alcohol on a regular basis, the alcohol is actually burned off. So this is something that you can serve to all types of guests and even children for that matter. This is going to be a very enjoyable program. We actually have the house lights off so that you can actually see some of the flames. But this is one of those things that are very dramatic. And if you go to some fine dining, say in some of the major cities, you might actually see this done. And it's nice to do at the end of a nice dinner to bring this out. And you really don't need that much in the way of equipment. Basically, you need one of these little propane kind of stoves. And this actually is not a propane, it's actually butane. And it's got a little can of fuel in there. And you simply take that can and put it in here. And these go for about $30. You can get that at any kind of restaurant supply store. And since I shop regularly at Acro, I'm going to plug Acro Restaurant Supply, which is right around Noble Park area there. And you simply click it on, and you have a stove there. It works really well. You can use it for camping or anything like that. It's completely portable. There's no cords or anything like that. It does get quite hot, so much hotter than one would think. I'm using a non-stick pan. It's a little bit easier. The sugar doesn't crystallize as easily or stays on the surface. So the non-stick feature of the pan works really well for this kind of product. And we're going to start out with melting a little bit of butter here. And I do use butter for anytime I'm doing a flambe dish. I'm going to use butter because that's really the best product for this kind of application. Okay. And I'm going to introduce Michael Pate. This is my new teaching assistant. So say hi to the folks out in TV land. All right. So we're going to melt this butter a little bit here. And basically we're making, for most times, we're making kind of a caramel sauce in the same way that we will do with the Bananas Foster. So this is just kind of a change up with Bananas Foster, and instead of bananas we're using strawberries, but basically the ingredients are about the same. It has a little lemon juice in it, but that's about it. We're going to use a little light brown sugar. It's 2 tablespoons of light brown sugar, and of course you can get all our recipes at Paducah2.org. That's Paducah.2.org. And that's a nice, easy website to remember. And so if you've been looking for some of our recipes, and I think we should probably include a link to my email address in case you ever have any questions about the recipes or have any issues. So that will be coming online very shortly. All right, so we got that right there. As you can see, we got a nice caramel sauce starting to form there.
Looks like you have a little piece of paper, wax paper from the butter. In there.
Oh no! Oh, we'll take that right out there. Well, you know, I say, you know,
you go to
little pin
butter, it
That's
sticks
right.
in there.
That's it.
Sometimes.
Thanks, senior assistant. Soon to be junior assistant.
Junior assistant.
All right.
I've been demoted.
All right, so we're going to put those strawberries in there. Just soften them up a little bit. It's really quite a quick dish. I say for it to really be entertaining, it shouldn't last more than about 10 minutes. After that, people are going to start getting bored and everything like that. And if they start to talk just when you're about to flame, well, then that's not fun. So Just going to coat these a little bit. All right. Let's cook that out. Today we were over at Lone Oak Hendren Middle School today, and we did, what we do? We did hot chocolate
with whipped cream.
We did different flavored whipped cream, so the students got to choose what kind of whipped cream they wanted, and they actually made the whipped cream there, and then we topped them with different shaved chocolate, and we had caramel sauces and chocolate sauces, so it was really quite fun, and the kids love getting involved and everything. So hello to all the students out there at Lone Oak Middle School. Okay, so we're going to put that in there. And the next thing that we're going to do, and I'm just going to show you how to flame. I'm going to actually take this, and what you're going to do is you're just going to take and heat up that edge of that pan and take out all the sauce, and you'll get a really nice high flame that way. So it just takes about 30 seconds while I heat up that edge of that pan. You could just take that off for me. And the thing about flaming, you're using alcohol, okay? Don't pour directly from the bottle, all right? It might create a nice effect to do that way, but it could also create an effect that you wouldn't want. It's also good to have a fire extinguisher or maybe some baking soda nearby. Be very careful with this, especially if you're doing this on a dining room table. So we're going to do that. You're going to pull it away from the flame. And you're going to put your alcohol right at that tip, and then you're just going to dip it, and you have a pretty flame. Move it around like that. And you get that beautiful flame.
No, it's the vapors that are actually catching on fire. It's not the actual alcohol.
Exactly. Exactly. So we're going to add a little bit of lemon juice. It's about a tablespoon of lemon juice. And you can see we have a beautiful, nice syrup there. Reduce that down just a little bit. And over here we got a couple pieces of wonderful pound cake. We're just going to take this wonderful strawberry mixture here. Just pour it right off. Oh! It's just unbelievable. Look at this. This just looks fantastic. Of course, having pretty strawberries is important. Don't get those old moldy type ones, you know, the ones growing on the fuzz that have been in the refrigerator for a couple days. That's just not good. Okay, we'll take a little bit of that sauce and put it around there. Oh. All right, so we'll put that there. A little bit of whipped cream there. Shake it on, baby. I think I already used that joke. Okay, there we go. A little bit of whipped cream there. A couple little sprigs of mint. And there you go. We got flaming strawberry shortcake. And bon appetit. And we'll see you back in just a second. Okay, welcome back to Cooking at the College. I'm your host, Chef Brett McCarthy, and we're going to be cooking with you today. We're doing flambéing today. We just finished up with a strawberry flaming shortcake, which is really fantastic. And now we're going to be doing a chocolate caramel fondue, and we're going to flame that with a little bit of rum. By the way, I'm using a spiced rum, so a Captain Morgan spiced rum or any kind of spiced rum will be fine, but you do want to use a dark rum. Preferably like a 40 proof, 70 to 80% alcohol content is what you're looking for. So 35 to 40 proof, I should say. And you can see that we have our little fondue pot, and I'm just going to light that. And before I get started, I'm going to show you here, we have approximately a cup and a half of chocolate morsels. The thing about chocolate morsels, especially if you're going to be melting these in the microwave, the recipe calls to melt them in the microwave, is that they don't have a lot of cocoa butter in them. So they might seize on you. So what we do to keep them loose and actually keep it melted in that nice consistency inside the fondue pot, because really the candle isn't enough to really hold the chocolate too well, is we're going to add a little bit of oil. And so we're looking at about how much oil? Six tablespoons, okay? And we're just going to add a little bit of oil there, and then he's going to go right over to the microwave and going to take care of that and send you off.
Okay.
Off with you.
Off into the dark.
Okay. The other thing that we're going to need is you need a ladle that has a little pour spout here. Okay, so you could get this at any restaurant supply store or kitchen place. And we also need a sterno with a wick is preferred. Okay, again, you get that at a kitchen supply store, and that works really well. But any kind of sterno would work. Anytime if you have just a flame, even a good-sized candle should work just fine. Okay, so what we're going to do, as soon as that chocolate is ready, and it's going to just take a few minutes, different kinds of things that you can put in here. We got strawberries, got some strawberry marshmallows, regular marshmallows, different kinds of, we got bananas, and we're actually going to put some nuts in there. And we got a little bit of caramel sauce, and that's actually going to go right in the center there. So the alcohol is going to be burning on the top, and that's when you actually serve the alcohol. That's when you actually serve the chocolate, I should say, and you serve it to your guests while it's on fire. So I'm just going to get this started right now. Light that right up just like that. Okay. And that's about it. We're going to light this right now, and I'm kind of buying time a little bit, if you've noticed, because I'm just trying to wait until that chocolate is done.
Let's see.
And see
about
there?
The consistency.
We got the right consistency there. That looks good.
Now, if it's too thin or too thick.
Okay, so we got that right consistency. Yeah, and you can always add a little bit more chocolate. This seems to be pretty good consistency. We probably add just a little bit less oil.
Less oil, yeah.
We often take recipes and we adapt them to what we're looking to do, and that's kind of fun. So we actually make the recipe our own. So we just stir that up. Okay. All right, so we're going to pour that right in here. That's just perfect. That is absolutely perfect. Beautiful. Okay, I'll put that right in there. Okay, I'm going to put that right in there. Okay, and then we're going to take a little bit of that caramel sauce. Okay. And we're just going to squirt that right. Oh, that's not a noise we want. All right. Okay, let's get that caramel just a little bit. I'll tell you, I should put more caramel in there. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now, take a little bit of this spiced rum. We'll pour that right here. You're not going to need all that much. And we got about a 1/4 cup or so, not even. And we're just going to warm that up. We've got the house lights off. It takes about, I'd say a good 30 seconds before it starts to flame for you. Once that alcohol gets to the right temperature, it's self-combusting. And there we go. We got that flame there. And we can just barely see it. Maybe if we can get the lights off there, be able to see that light. You can actually see that. The cameraman, we're getting a good color there. You can actually see that blue flame. So you want to do this in a real dark room. And we'll see if we can get the other light off there. You can actually see that. You can't get that final light off, which is thing, and then you pour it. You can actually get that flame actually pouring right on the chocolate there. And it'll keep burning for quite a while. Now, this recipe does call for 151 rum. Now, 151 rum I would not recommend for someone who is flambeing for the very first time. Use something like a 40 proof rum, which is about 80%. But 151 is a little bit too too powerful. And so don't be doing that. In fact, actually on the back of the 151 rum, it says don't use for flaming with food. So, but it does do a much nicer effect for this particular this dish. So we just dip our chocolate in there with, well, I dipped it quite well, didn't I? All right, and that's really good. And we'll just partake. Actually, it's not working for me. I'm supposed to not get messy, but. I want to cook with you. Very nice. Okay, we'll join you in just a few minutes. I got some eating to do. Welcome back to Cooking at the College. I'm your host, Chef Brett McCarthy. I'm with my TA, capable assistant.
Capable assistant, what?
Michael Pate. And we are going to be doing, well, what are you, incapable?
I guess so. I don't know.
So we're going to start this up. We are doing flambés, if you're just joining us. And we're going to be doing a classic called Bananas Foster, which was started in New Orleans. And I'm just going to heat up, and it starts out with almost, what would it
stick of butter.
About a half a stick of butter. So we got a lot of butter in there. Just pile that butter right in. All right, melt that right up. You're making basically a caramel sauce. And while that's melting, I'm going to show you a way that you can kind of preserve your bananas and still have them ready for this little demonstration that you're going to be doing at the dinner table. So what you do is you take your paring knife and just cut right down here, and then come and just do another little slit, cut right down, pull out the little strip that you just did, and then you can actually just pry it apart just slightly, and you're going to just cut all the way through. And then when you go to do this with your guests, you can actually peel the banana and it'll already be cut for you. So it's kind of a fun little thing. And we're going to put a little brown sugar in there. Butter melts there.
I made sure I packed it down in there.
Packed, firmly packed.
Yes.
We like firmly packed things in the culinary arts department. All right. You can see, I like light brown sugar. Some recipes call for dark brown sugar.
It's all about the molasses content.
All about the molasses content. That's it. Did you learn that in school?
Yes, I did.
Oh, starting to get smart on me and everything. And once they get too smart, we kick them out. Can't be smarter than the chef. That's the issue. That's it. All right, we've got a nice caramel sauce. Now, if you want to enhance this a little bit, some recipes call for not only rum, but also a little bit of banana liqueur. I'm not going to add all that banana liqueur. That seems like a little bit too much. And that won't actually give you your flame, okay? We're now going to add our bananas. Just toss them right in there. Just like that. And we thought it'd be fun, instead of the traditional vanilla ice cream, we're going to use a butter pecan ice cream. Okay. Just like I did at the very beginning. I'm going to heat up that pan quite a bit there. And just put that right back and heat up that pan. Get it nice and hot. You gave me enough rum.
That's about 4 ounces.
Yeah, we don't need 4 ounces. I think we're just going to do about 2 ounces here.
Okay.
I think he wanted to singe my beard. He didn't like my beard, so, you know. I know my wife wouldn't be unhappy because she doesn't like the beard. There we go. A little bit of flaming action there.
And while you're doing that, I'm gonna go grab the ice cream out of the freezer.
And while I'm doing this, why don't you go grab that ice cream out of the freezer?
Right now, yes.
Okay, so we got a little bit of that flaming action going there. It's really pretty. And one of the things that I actually forgot to do is while you're flaming, you can actually take a little bit of cinnamon sugar and it'll actually sparkle a little bit. So as the flame comes up, it'll actually sparkle. So it's really pretty. In fact, let's pour off a little bit of this excess liquid here.
Okay.
I'm going to pour off a little bit of this excess liquid. I think we started out with just a little bit too much butter. And I'm just going to pour off a little bit of that excess liquid.
It smells nice.
It's very nice. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you, since we have a little bit of extra time, I'm going to show you how this all works with the cinnamon sugar that I forgot to do. Okay, and we're going to heat up that tip a little bit there. We'll just dip it, just like that. Then we can take you can actually see little sparks. That's that cinnamon and sugar burning. Really fun. Woo! Woo! Pixie dust! Woo! Oh, that's cool. Wah! Wah! I love it. All right. Now you get cinnamon and sugar all over. And we used a butter pecan ice cream, which is a little bit out of the ordinary. I'm just going to put that right on there. Oh my gosh. This is just heaven. Heaven. Okay. All right, and we're going to put a little whipped cream on there. A little whipped cream. Actually, I only have one little. There we go. And there we have it. Bananas Foster. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. This has to, of course, be served pretty quickly because it's going to melt the ice cream in a very short amount of time. And when we come back, we're going to eat some. All right. Welcome back to Cooking at the College, and we are doing flaming desserts for the creme de la creme of desserts. And this is something that I think is very fun and enjoyable for your guests, and it's entertaining and it's interactive. And you know, we always just have our regular dinner parties, but this is just kind of do, like I said, the cherry on top of the ice cream, no pun intended. And we got the flaming turtle chocolate. Of course, it's not flaming anymore, but we got the flaming turtle chocolate. A little caramel in the center there. You can actually put a few nuts on there, and we didn't do that, and that's kind of fun. That's why they call it turtle chocolate. And of course, the chef, being such a dunce, forgot about that. But with the caramel and the chocolate and the pecans, that's a turtle delight. And you just stick in your strawberries or whatever you have, and it's kind of fun with the bananas and all that kind of stuff. And that's really fun. We also got that strawberry flaming shortcake, which was really pretty and very nice and easy to make. And a little whipped cream garnish there, and the strawberries and the sauce, very pretty. And for our finale, we did a little classic bananas Foster. And we used butter pecan ice cream to make it a little bit nicer. And I'm just going to try that and see how that is, because this has been waiting for me. to try. How about you, Chef? Are you going to try that?
Why not? Smells good.
Oh, that's nice. I can't get Tammy. Tammy, come on over here and try a little bit of this. This is awfully good. Sorry, I only have a fork right now. I want you to try this. This is awfully good with a banana there.
My hair's not done today.
Yeah, we're just going to feed you there. Isn't that nice, huh? Let's try those little strawberries there.
That's really good.
I think we're on our honeymoon, feeding our wedding day there. We'll let the wife watch this show. All right. That nice, huh?
That's very good.
All right.
I already tried the chocolate.
I already tried the chocolate. It was great. Well, I'm going to try that again. Sorry there. Unbelievable. Just wanted to tell you, I want to cook with you.
And I walked in your way.
Da, 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 da. Boom,
This is
boom!
what you need to be recording. Yeah, now he's in there. It's like.
There we go. Meanwhile, at the Batcave.
Meanwhile, my
Large shadow.
we like shadows.
I looked! Yeah, like the farting one. Yeah, okay. Okay, the farting caramel. Just gonna dip it. You have a pretty flame. Move it around like that.